Hey up, boys and lady boys. Longer videos! Woo! We're going to start off this channel by looking at relegation battle in Championship. There's no better place to start, is there, really, for a Barnsley fan? I've probably spent half my waking life watching us finish in bottom six-ish at Championship. So, there's no better place to start. So, first things first, let's have a look at teams that could actually be involved in this scrap. A good rule of thumb is probably to look at Bristol City, because they just never do anything. Just have a look for where they are. They never go up, they never go down. It's just 14th to 18th constantly. They are the Championship Crystal Palace. Just so unbelievably boring, never do out. So, where are they right now? 14th. Everyone above them safe automatically, including Bristol City. One team below them, Swansea. Swansea started quite poorly, to be honest, under Luke Williams, old Notts County gaffer. But they started playing like an actual football team now. And then that win last week against Cardiff in like their big game. Probably kick them on now and they should be safe as well. Millwall, gone back to the roots of just thundercunting it up pitch. Neil Harris 4-4-2 Brexit shithouse football. It's not pretty like Joe Edwards' ball was, but Joe Edwards' ball got him no points. So, Neil Harris thundercunting shithouse thunderball keeps you up. And yeah, they lost against Leeds other week, but there's no shame in that. As much as I hate to admit it, Leeds are a super team. Fucking rats. But yeah, Millwall staying up as well. So Bristol City, Swansea, Millwall, all staying up in my head. And even though there's only, what, a point or 2 points difference from Millwall down to these lads below them, they should be alright there. And then down at other end, another team that's just not even worth my breath is Rotherham. What a waste of time. They are, at most, a mid-table League One team. They're so bad. And if they're finishing top half of League One next season, that would be an achievement because they're terrible. So I met that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams that are fighting to not be in them 2 relegation places. We're going to go in chronological order because it just makes sense, doesn't it, really? So 17th is Blackburn. And I fear for them. I do. I really fear for Blackburn. They've not won in 8 games. They've not scored more than 1 goal in the last 6. And what was a high-scoring team at start of season has just died. They are dead. They're nothing like they were. Basically, all the goals come from one man in Sammy Smodics. They create nothing from anywhere else. They've got no go for it at all. Wharton's gone, who is literally a 19-year-old kid, and they've won 1 game since. So for an actual child to be one of your 2 only good players in your squad, that is worrying, man. And the running's even worse. When you look at it, Ipswich at home, that is a loss. Sunderland away, very tough, probably a loss. Southampton at home's a loss. Bristol City away, again, like we've just established, they're a nothing team and they never do anything. But when you get to this stage of season, you might start playing fringe players at Bristol City, and you might start getting players in there that want to prove a point to start for next season so they can finish 14th again. That's a tough game. Leeds away is a loss. Wednesday at home is a huge game Wednesday at home. But Wednesday against crap teams are quite good, so that's probably a loss. Coventry at home is a loss. Leicester away is a loss. You're fucked. What are you going to do? Blackburn makes shit away from home, and you're relying on your home games to get your points, which ain't a bad position to be in, really. But your home games are against 2 at top 4, a team at bottom 3 who are constantly really good against shit teams in Wednesday, and a team fighting for playoffs. If I were a Blackburn fan, I would have a nappy on non-stop for next month. Because you've either got to really pull something out of bag, or hope that teams below you just completely fall to bits. Otherwise, you are finished, and it ain't a good look, even though you probably win League and League One and go straight back up again like you did last time. But you don't want to be there, dear. 18th. No surprises here. I am worried for these as well. Who would have thought I'd be worried for a team that's, what, 2 points above relegation? Since Schumacher has left, it's just gone like this. It's just constant downhill. They've had 1 win in 8 in league. 2 games ago, they drew away at Blackburn, and Blackburn had 10 for, what, 40 minutes? So that just shows you where they're both at, really. Them 2 teams are both quite crap. Similar to Blackburn as well, they heavily rely on one bloke to do everything for him, and Whittaker has not been the same since January as he was before that. I think after that Lazio move, it might have got in his head a little bit. Earlier in the season, there were a point where I'm sure they had 3rd most goals and most goals conceded. They're like a football manager, say. When you're getting promoted and you're spending all your brass on like your attackers, which they have done, to be fair. They bought Ballymumba and Whittaker, who got them promoted in first place, which is good, but you've left your defence behind, and it's still crap, which you cannot do. They're so top heavy at that end of pitch, and a lot of goal threat that they had has gone under this new manager, but they're still conceding a lot, so it's just ass, to be honest. The style of play under new gaffer is horrendous. Honestly, you can tell he's a Steven Gerrard assistant and he's never done anything really in his life. The creativity and almost like free-flowing football that they had under Schumacher is just nowhere to be seen. And, you know, as a result, they're 2 points clear, but with a decent goal difference, to be fair, which might come into play at the end of it. But 2 points clear and a really crap run of form, no momentum at all going into these last games. It's a bad place to be in, man. Next up, we're doing a little 2-for-1. We're doing a Stoke and QPR. Because to be honest, What is Blood saying? I think these are both alright, to be honest. I think Stoke and QPR will be okay. I was a lot more worried about Stoke up until recently, but one thing they've got over a lot of the mates down here in Pits is that they can actually win a game. Stoke, which is crazy to think that all you need to do is probably win 3 games and you'll stay up. But Stoke have got it in them to win a game. Don't get me wrong, the Jekyll and Hyde, chalk and cheese, fucking Real Madrid and Sheffield Wednesday, they're so top and bottom, it's ridiculous, one week to next. They're bipolar. They are, they're bipolar. They can't put any sort of run together. Like, they're so good one week and then they're a League 2 side next. But when they do turn up, they've got points in them that other teams don't. And that is enough. That is genuinely enough. QPR, same again. I think they've got wins in them. And what I do like about QPR, to be honest, is that they can change style to the playing, sort of. And they get a lot of points from crap sides down there near them. Millwall, Blackburn, Rotherham, all beaten it past 2 months. Draw against Huddersfield. A win away at Leicester with 2 shots on target all game that both went in. Out of all teams down here, I do have most confidence in QPR, I do. And as well as that, they've got 4 games on bounce against what? Birmingham, Swansea, Wednesday and Plymouth. If they're 5 or 6 safe by them games once they've played them, then they're fine. They're as good as gold in my eyes. Which after employing, what is a cast-off from Kiss in Ainsworth at the start of this season, I'm surprised. Because he's as much a football manager, Gareth Ainsworth, as I am a ginger-haired woman. And I only dress up as her on Sundays. This would have been a very, very bleak viewing for a Birmingham fan if you'd have watched this even last week, because I'd have had your 23rd. But getting Rowerton is enough. That's enough. I'm sold, man. I'm sold. They're staying up now after that. I did a video on this on my TikTok, right? And yeah, it's very contrasting football to Mowbray, who hopefully will be fine and ready to come back next season. There's more important things than football. But at this stage of the year, with 7 or 8 games left, are you bothered how you play? Who cares how you play? No one on this earth should care how their football team plays with 7, 8 games left. Not one person should care. It's about getting points and nothing else. That is literally it. Look at Millwall, for example, like I've just said. They went from tick-a-tack of bullshit under Joe Edwards back to the roots of just lumping it and they get points. Do they care that they're not playing nice fancy football? No, because you're staying up. You play that nice fancy football away at Stockport next year. Good luck to you. But I would rather play crap football and stay up, personally. And also, Rowett is a man who can grind out results. Right, it can get points from anywhere, nick a point or a win from any game in league. There is not one fixture in this division now that I would look at for Birmingham for the rest of the season and think they're nailed on losing. They could have Leicester away. I would back them for a point because it's just such nitty-gritty, disgusting stuff that Rowett can do. It's juju. It's black magic, but he's got it in him to keep him up. And it's a fantastic time to bring him in because when you look at the form table, it must honestly make your eyes bleed as a Birmingham fan. Joint worst in division for the last 5 games after some very favourable games as well. Should have enough to stay up though, and yeah, under Rowett, I believe in him, man. I believe. Next up, we're looking at Yorkshire Pet Shop. We're looking at... Oh, that's failed! Second lowest wins in league behind Rotherham, who don't count, so lowest wins in league are to all teams that actually have a fighting chance. Got a good point against Leeds, but then a big, big fat slap round face back to reality against West Brom when he got arseholed 4-1. But... again, we Huddersfield, this is basically in their hands, They've got 8 games left. They've got 4 at bottom 9. 3 of them are at home. And they are typically quite good against crap teams, similar to Wednesday or QPR. Since turning year, Huddersfield haven't lost against anyone at bottom half. There's a lot of draws flying around as well. So they're quite difficult to beat, even though they did get dicked by West Brom. But if you're not losing against teams around you, then they're not gaining, are they? I know there's a lot of teams around here in this fight at bottom, and they do need to get out of it because they are third bottom. But once you get in front, if you play someone like Birmingham then a draw is almost as good as a win because they're not gaining on you with and games are ticking down and you're not getting any lower. Do you know what I mean? They do need to get out of it though and turn a couple of these draws into wins. Really, really do. But I reckon Huddersfield might be in this fight until the very end. It might go to public last day. And if it does go to wire and 4 or 5 teams can still go down, I reckon these will be one of them. These will be in it right till end. Right. This is what we've all been waiting for. All right. 90 plus 3, Windass, balling back at net, tosser, dingles, not a derby, all that shit. Looking at Wednesday. Let's focus on Danny Roll, actually, because that gaffer should be recognised as one of the best in the league. He should. Because to get a tune out of any of them players in that squad is miracle working, because they are shit. I thought Xisco were honestly going to get freedom of Barnsley and freedom of Sheffield, because obviously Wednesday didn't play the way how crappy he was. Bottom of the league after 10 games. Honestly, they looked dead and buried then. I didn't think they'd pull it out of bag. But the form for the past 30 games... they're better than everyone else around them in this video. They're better than everyone in bottom, 7, 8? Bottom 8. They are the best on form in past 30 games. Same for past 25 games. Same for past 20. Same for past 15, past 10, past 5. So after that horrific start, they've been performing like a mid-table top half team. They always seem to get points off teams around them. Always, because the manager's better. That is literally what it comes down to. You've got a coach there with a lot of experience under some of the best gaffers in the world. And obviously, I'm not talking about this bloke when I said this, but it was assistant manager under Hassan Hull at Southampton. He's been assistant manager at Leipzig. He's been assistant manager under Hansi Flick at Germany. So he's got a lot of experience under a lot of different styles of coaches that's made him really, really talented. I hate to say it. So to get them planks of wood playing to any sort of decent standard is very, very impressive. However, against any half-decent side, they get arseholed and they lose literally every single time. But they've not got many of these big games left, which is... I really don't want to say it, but they haven't got a lot of these big teams left. They've got Middlesbrough away, which could be tough. Norwich is a tough game. West Brom and Sunderland are tough. But other than that, me looking at this as someone who wants Wednesday to go down without another point. Swansea at home next game. That's a win. Stoke at home is probably a win, regardless of the fact that I think Stoke will probably stay up. Blackburn away is a win. QPR away is a bit of an iffy one. But even if you call that a loss, and me be very, very harsh and say that we'll win them 3 games and nothing else, 9 points puts them on 47, which is probably just enough, which is gutting, to be honest. It's really, really just sad because they deserve nothing but the worst, Wednesday. They really, really do. And I really hope I'm wrong. But even I can't delude myself into thinking that they'll lose some of them games. And I'm the most deluded person that there literally is. But no more splinters on my ass. No more sitting on fence. We're getting into nitty-gritty. We're just going to rank them. We're gonna send my predictions. We're going to do it. So we're just going to rank these 7 teams. And obviously Rotherham, who shouldn't be here. But, drum roll please. Stoke are staying up. Woo! Stoke are first. Well done. I'll Stoke are 17th even. Ability to win games is massive. And yeah, they're very up and down. But it is enough to not even be in question on last day. I think they'll be safe before last game of the season against Bristol City. Well done, Stoke. You've survived. Well done, lads. Well done. See you later. Open the door for him on the way out. Thank you. But hold it. Hold the door because QPR are coming with you. Woo! We'll cheer again. We're going to cheer for everyone. No, we're not. They don't drop a lot of points to people around them, QPR. They really don't. Got wins in them. Again, that is enough because majority of these teams are crap. So, Stoke 17th and 18th QPR. And then from there, I'm struggling. I'm still struggling. Look at them last day fixtures, man. Birmingham, QPR, Huddersfield, Blackburn and Plymouth are all playing teams that'll be fighting for top 2 or playoffs on last day. There's not going to be a lot of points coming in when it comes to last game. And that will be exciting, I can't lie. But it's not exciting if you're in there. Like I said, I am struggling with these a lot because these are all crap. But 19th, I'm saying Birmingham. Congrats, boys. Getting routing has sold me. It can grind results out from nothing against literally any team. Like I said earlier, there is no fixture left that Birmingham have got that I don't think you can go and get a point from, which I can't say for probably anyone else. Could nick a point from anywhere, others can't. And again, that's probably enough to keep them on. So Birmingham 19th. 20th, we're going into last day territory, maybe with Birmingham as well. But 20th, I've got Huddersfield. I know. And a lot of people probably got Huddersfield 23rd, but I believe in them. They don't lose to shit teams. Like I said, they've not lost this year, or they've not lost since turning year to any team in bottom half of the league. They don't lose to crap teams. And that's that. Simple as I think they're staying up. 21st, last survival place. I've got to put bias aside. I've got to put bias aside. On TikTok, I could just say what I want because it's not even real TikTok, is it? But YouTube, I feel like if I'm gonna take this serious, I've got to put bias aside, right, and say that Wednesday can fucking do one. Wednesday going down and Plymouth are staying up, and that's it. Wednesday, honest to God, my right hand to the big man upstairs, I think that Wednesday will go down on goal difference. I think the start that they have had under Zisco has buried them. And despite the fact that Danny Rose had him playing like a team that's probably in like 10th for the rest of the season, I don't think that's enough. Or I hope that it's not enough. And honest to God, there will be no sweeter victory than seeing loads of crying kids at Hillsborough. That is what I want. That's what I want. That's what I deserve. I've had enough pain in my life. Give me some joy. Because we're going up anyway, aren't we? So, however, that means in 23rd is Blackburn. Sorry, lads, but I just think the running is too much. It's way too difficult having a fixtures. They can only get goals out of one man, literally. And if any team keeps him quiet, you're not scoring. You don't win enough games. You draw too many. I just cannot see it. I'm so sorry. So we're finishing on 17th Stoke, 18th QPR, 19th Birmingham, 20th Huddersfield. Last survival place in 21st is Plymouth. And going down with Rotherham is Blackburn in 23rd and Sheffield Wednesday in 22nd. And wouldn't that be something? And that's that. Thanks for watching, gents. Subscribe, please. Please, I've got bills to pay. Yeah, please. Yeah, let me know what you think, though. If there's what you think I can improve on or any video ideas you want, don't be shy. Please do tell me. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll see you all later. You ready?